Do one of my favorite things was sit down and play with a group of 3- and 4-year-olds. I get into great conversations with them about pets and hamsters and cats and whether you should have a tiger as a pet. So it was a lot of fun. So that was joyful to be here at the Y, and I want to thank the Y and Marty Englisher for hosting us. This is a great venue, Marty. Thank you for the work that you have done here for generations to lift up children, to give parents an opportunity to know that their kids are in a very nurturing environment, and you've set so many people who are now adults off onto paths of great success. So thank you to you and your incredible team here as well. We'll be joined momentarily by Congressman Espanol, who we want to have speak about the source of federal funds for what we're announcing here today, but also really proud to be here with our Borough President, Mark Levine. I saw him yesterday. He's everywhere. Thank you for your leadership. Senator Jamal Bailey from District 36, co-sponsor of a bill that we'll be signing here today. Tara Gardner, the Executive Director of the Daycare Council. Important work you'll be hearing from her. As well as our Senator Robert Jackson has joined us, Senator Jackson, and Assembly Member Manny De Los Santos. So I want to thank him for being here as well. So, also Janice Mulliner is here as well. Janice, thank you for being here. I know we're kind of in our farewell swan song here. You've been doing a great job, and your influence has been very impactful at the Division of Child Care Services. So thank you of what you do at OCFS. 15 years, hard work, dedicated. You've left a legacy, and I want to thank you for all that. So on behalf of all families, we thank you. Great to be back in Washington Heights as well. I spent a lot of time here, and it's just been great to see what we can do to lift families up here. And one of those areas is addressing an issue that is very personal to me, childcare. And I come from experience, not just as the first woman governor of New York, but the first mom governor of New York. And 34 years ago, as a working mom, I was very proud to be an attorney for Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan on Capitol Hill. I loved my work, but the days were long. There were a lot of all-nighters as we're working on important legislation for the state of New York. And when I had my first son, Billy, he calls himself Will now, okay, I still call him Billy, there was no child care. There was no child care. 34 years ago, despite I had no family support system, didn't know a lot of people in the city. So there I was, had to sacrifice and give up a job that I truly loved. And obviously, as a young couple starting out, it puts a hit on your income as well. So I had to put my career on hold because of that. And I've always thought that I hope that the next generation, when that son, Billy, has his own children, that circumstances will be different. And he now has presented us with now a 2-month-old grandchild. So they are fortunate to be on paternal leave and maternity leave now, and then they'll figure it out from there. But I do believe that the options are better, because we have now focused on this as a priority for our families. You're no longer left alone to figure out this as your own family's problem, which was really the mindset for such a long time. Employers say, that's your issue. But what we have seen, that when there is a shortage of affordable child care, this really becomes not just a problem for a family, an economic problem for them as well. It's an economic problem for our society. And when you think about what happened during the pandemic, so many women did not come back to work. In fact, I wrote a column about this literally 2 weeks after the pandemic shutdown began and said, the women are the ones who are having to stay home. If they're not the essential workers, and many of them were, they were the healthcare workers, they worked in the stores, the restaurants with all the to-go food. They were the ones that some were on the front lines, others were just never going to be able to go back to their jobs. And it was a real crisis situation. And the thought was, as soon as the pandemic goes away, the women will all be back to work. That didn't happen. First of all, it really hasn't quite gone away, despite our best efforts. We just did press on that last week, talking about our concern about this fall again. We're always staying on top of COVID. But also, during that time, we didn't foresee that so many child care centers would have to shut down because their clients were no longer there, or figured out they could work remotely and different things happened. But we still do not have the same number of women back in the workplace that we had in February of 2022 before everything just imploded. So what has also happened is there's an affordability crisis. It is just too expensive for too many families, and it puts it out of reach. A typical New York family has to spend 40% of their income on childcare for 2 kids. How does that happen? And in New York City, we have some of the highest minimum wages in the country, but a minimum wage worker has to work 26 weeks at a minimum wage to pay for the childcare for their family. That's asking too much of our families. They've been through enough. The cost of everything is going through the roof, as well as childcare. So at a time when we need childcare to be widely available, we need the moms to have the opportunity to get back to work, the parents, the caregivers. We have an affordability crisis. We also have an availability crisis because so many shut down. And we saw that this predominantly hit Black and brown communities. This is where a lot of our workers come from. They don't have childcare. How are they supposed to bring in that paycheck, especially if you're a single mom trying to raise your children? It just doesn't work. And kids are being left at home. They're being left unsupervised or with an older sibling, trying to bring them to work. I've seen that. It's just frustrating. So we have decided the fact that we lost over 2,000 child care programs, that's not slots. That's not child care slots. That is 2,000 child care programs are no longer with us. They're gone. And that had over 20,000 slots. They evaporated. And because of that, there are now 2 million fewer women in the U.S. workforce. Direct correlation between that than there had been. So we have to address this head on. We have no choice. It's the right thing to do. Should have been done a long time ago. You look at other industrialized nations, they prioritize families. I think it's time we prioritize families. And we'll start here in the state of New York. And so today I'm announcing over $70 million for child care to go to 344 new child care providers, brand new providers. And that'll create over 12,000 new slots across the state of New York. That includes 592 slots for infants and toddlers, nearly 500 slots for non-traditional hours. Why are non-traditional hours so important? Because our essential workers have to work in healthcare settings around the clock. They are cleaning our hotel rooms and our restaurants and working. They're driving buses. They're out there making this city run and the state run. And what I think is one of the best takeaways of the pandemic, if there is one, is that we finally started seeing these unseen workers. We start to value our essential workers. And I've always said that the child care workers are the essential workers for the essential workers. So let's just acknowledge the role they play. This will also create nearly 3,000 new slots in New York City, and these individuals were selected from over 1,700 applicants, which I think is phenomenal. So this is just the first tranche of money going out, and some of those individuals are with us today. We have talked about child care deserts. I addressed it in my State of the State address when I was just only a governor for a few months. I knew then from my life's experiences and what I had seen across the state that this was going to be a priority. But you can talk about child care deserts. The other thing is what you do about it. And right now, New York City, over 60% of New York State is still considered a child care desert. 60%. And over half of New York City. So, thank God we have friends and partners in Washington. And I want to start by thanking President Joe Biden for understanding the stress that families are under and how critically important child care is just for survival for families. So President Biden put forth a plan supported by our members of Congress and our senators. And I want to thank Senators Gillibrand and Schumer for also helping this get over the finish line. And Congressman Espaillat, who's joined us here today, was also a leading champion to make sure that that money was passed and the money flowed to the states, places like New York, so funding from the American Rescue Plan could have a tangible benefit to families immediately. And that's what we're talking about today. So I want to thank all these partners, but let's give Congressman Espaillat a special round of applause for being the champion when we needed one. I will also tell you that I'm trying to get more focus on childcare in non-traditional places, and let me describe that. For 8 years as Lieutenant Governor, I chaired what they call the Regional Economic Development Councils. It's the mechanism for people to go to the state, businesses that want to expand or come here or add on a new addition. They want to grow and create jobs, so we support them. That's exactly what we're trying to do, is support more jobs. People get good jobs, they can take care of their families. But I've always said, you should be telling us what your child care plans are for your workforce when you're sitting at the table asking for our help. That has now been integrated into our economic development strategy. You have to be able to tell us, are you going to create a consortium with other businesses in a downtown? Are you going to be giving flexible time to your workforce so they can take care of their needs at home? Are you going to be converting space, maybe some of the vacant office space we see in Midtown and other places, converting some of that to child care centers? I said, people aren't coming back to work because there's no one taking care of the kids. Imagine if the kids were taken care of at the place of work, in a nurturing environment with trained professionals. I think men, women, parents, they would jump at the chance to know that they could go down the hall or a different floor and check in on their little babies or their toddlers and see if they're doing okay. Then they get back to work and they're productive because they're not worried. So that's how we start solving problems. I'm excited about this. It's not just the funding, it's having a creative vision to figure out what we do in this post-pandemic world with surplus space, high need for childcare, the money from Washington, and smart people who just want to do whatever we can to strengthen New York families. So we believe that we're going to be able to focus on this. We're going to be also, we just announced a new round of applications for existing child. Today we talk about brand new facilities, brand new locations. Last year we announced over $30 million with a total of $100 million in federal funding to address the child care deserts. Applications for those existing providers are open till August 24th. So existing providers, more money's there. Start applying, and let's get that money out there to help you as well. So this is a record investment for our families, and I want to again thank Sheila Poole, who heads up our Office of Children and Family Services, for all your hard work to make this become a reality. This is a transitional moment for New York State. We'll be defined by what we do in this post-pandemic world. I'm very conscious of that. When they look back at how we made the best out of a tough situation, and when we can say that we just lifted the burden on our families and give kids a chance to be in a nurturing, loving environment where they're learning. Daycare centers are not providing babysitting services. They're providing that first education for our children, and let's recognize them for that. So we're going to continue. So to close, this is on top of our $7 billion record investment in child care over the next few years. I already announced over $2 billion in child care subsidies, and our child care subsidies right now have an average benefit of over $9,000 per child. That's how we start meeting the needs. You help with the subsidies to families, and we'll have over 400,000 new slots based on the plan we put forth in our budget, just enacted by the senators and assigned members that I just acknowledged here today, and I want to thank them for their support for this as well. So we've doubled that. We also broadened eligibility. There was a time when people at the lower end of the spectrum could get assistance, but those people caught in the middle, can't afford it on your own. You're just in that middle wasteland where you don't get the help. We raised the eligibility so families earning $83,000 instead of $52,000. So we've filled in that gap from people earning $52,000 to $83,000. So we're also trying to figure out other ways to make life a little less expensive for families, and as a new grandma, and I've had a little more experience with diapers than I had in a while, I'm also thinking about the cost of diapers. So I also want to thank Senator Bailey and Assemblymember Nader Sayegh for their bill on a plan to end all local taxes on diapers. So we can do that done. With inflation rising, costs going up, we did it on gasoline. We took off the state gasoline tax. Diapers, other essential services. These are ways that we're just really thinking what it's like to be a parent today. And any way we can lift that financial burden on you, it is a good thing to be doing. So when you're putting the diapers in the shopping cart and You know, the scramble to get formulas, and my God, people have been under such stress, but to young parents, it does get easier. Someday they go off when they're 18 or so. It does get easier at that point, but until then, the weight of responsibility is on you. It is one we embrace. You know, it's something we're very proud of, but also as people in government, we have a responsibility to help you. And that's what today is all about. So as long as I'm governor, our administration will work tirelessly to lift the stress from New York families, whether it's providing childcare, reducing the high costs that you're encountering every day. So what I want to do is sign a bill right now in front of all of you as my witnesses with Senator Bailey to talk about that diaper bill, and then I want to hear from our Congressman who's joined us momentarily. So let's get the bill signed. All right, and for that, we have these super special pens. Here we go, and this is the bill proposed. It says amending the tax law that diapers intended for human use. I won't get into that. Reusable adult and children's diapers. We're suspending the sales tax on those. And I'm proud to sign this and to give you the sponsor of the pen.
Thank you, Madam Governor.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Thank you. And let me introduce a real champion for New York families, someone I've worked with since I was a member of Congress over a decade ago, someone who fights every single day on behalf of the constituents, and he's such an amazing member of Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Congressman Adriano Espaillat.
Good morning, Governor, and thank you for this initiative, and good morning to all of you. Some of you were with us this past week in Washington. Some of the students that are part of the summer program here. To Marty Englisher, who's a great friend, and we served together in the community board many decades ago, and continues to lead this organization forward. Thank you for all the work that you do, and to the elected leadership that's here. Governor, this is so important. I've been working with the daycare providers since I was a state assembly member. And neighborhoods like this one are daycare deserts. And we don't have the benefit of having like the traditional daycare centers, the brick and mortar ones, because space is a premium here in Washington Heights. So we don't have the traditional one for 100 kids or 50 kids. We have a network of family-based daycare providers that are in these apartment buildings, and they provide daycare services for 4 or 5 kids at a time. And parents often opt to take their children there because they could be just right downstairs. And since now, after the pandemic, they're still a little bit worried about COVID, they may opt to have a smaller setting, right? And one that is also culturally and linguistically competent for them. And also, of course, if their friends are right downstairs, so if they have to work extra hours, they could rely on these daycare providers, which are, for the most part, women of color, provide that service for them. And so this is an important part of the child care network. And many of them are part of a network and are affiliated then with Head Start programs and other non-for-profits. And so they're an important part of the child care services industry, because really it's not just, these are also small business women, by the way, and they're nurses in many ways because they take care of the children. So they're counselors in many ways because they speak to the mom or the dad and give them some advice when they come in to pick up their children. And so I'm glad that you have included them in, and that everybody will get a shot at this new funding put forward by the American Rescue Plan. So the federal dollars that we allocated during the pandemic are still rolling in to our communities. And so we must make the best out of them. And the governor has surely put this forward. This is important for us to rebound as a state and as a city, for us to embrace the post-COVID-19 era in a proactive way, to get people, particularly women, back to work, because women were disproportionately those that lost their or left their jobs during the pandemic, and now they need to go back to work, but they can't do it without daycare. This cannot happen. We cannot go back as a country unless we have daycare as the centerpiece of economic development and the renaissance of our nation in the post-COVID-19 pandemic era. So I thank you, Governor, for the work that you're doing and for allocating $16 million. We're going to push for more for New York City. I was talking to the senator there. And, but this is a great start, and the state needs to come back, and you're working very hard to do that. This is a pivotal piece for our economy to be jump-started. And I thank you for your leadership regarding that. I thank the senator for his diapers. We're doing baby milk in Washington, diapers here in New York State. Little babies are getting everything now, so this is a great time for New York City and New York State. And thank you, ladies, for the work that you do. It's just amazing. Amazing. And, you know, during the pandemic, you were there for us, and you put yourself at risk, because it was important to continue to provide that service. And we thank you for your commitment to our families in New York State and to our children. And, you know, my mom took care of children. And, you know, she wasn't part of a union or anything. So I got involved in this because I saw that when she stopped, the only thing she was left with was the great relationship that she built with these kids. And they came back as professionals, and they came from all over the world. Some of them moved away and came back to visit her, but she didn't have a pension plan. And she didn't have the benefits that would otherwise go to a daycare provider that's organized and is part of a network and part of a union. So we started the unionization process with the U of T for these daycare providers right here in this district. At one point, there were 35,000 of them in the city of New York. And so this is important. So we thank you in the bottom of our hearts for what you do for our families and children. God bless you and keep the faith. Thank you.
Please welcome to the podium State Senator Jamal Bailey.
Good morning, Madam Governor. Thank you for your consistency. You know, it's like you touched on it, you always touch on it. You're the first, but you won't be the last woman governor. But I believe that your lived experience puts you in a position where you see things in a different light and you see things from a different perspective. So I'm grateful to you for that. And speaking of childcare, you know, I live childcare, right? Before coming here, I dropped off my youngest at camp. And when I leave here, I'm going to pick up my oldest, then my youngest from camp. And so I'm not just a client, I'm the president. And my name here may be Senator Bailey, but at camp, I'm Karina's dad. And at the other camp, I'm Giada's dad. And quite frankly, that is the most important title I will ever hold, dad. You know, I'm lucky enough that I have a flexible enough schedule that affords me the opportunity to be able to drop off and pick up my kids. But even then, sometimes I struggle with childcare and having to call my wife and say, hey, can you leave a little bit early, or can I get out of this meeting a little bit early? So if I'm struggling with it, I know everyday New Yorkers are struggling with it. And I'm grateful, Governor, for this investment and this consistent and record investment in childcare. Because if we don't take care of, as you aptly put it, our essential workers for our essential workers, and make no mistake about it, ladies, Tara and everybody, you are skilled labor. This is skilled labor. I don't know if you have kids or you don't have kids. This is skilled labor. It takes a labor of love and skill and the ability to hold the carrot with the stick to get the kids to do what you need them to do sometimes. Y'all laughing because you know it's true. And I'm grateful to our governor, again, a mother and a brand new grandmother who understands the needs, who understands that our families need to have quality child care that is affordable. And speaking of affordability, the governor signed our diaper bill. It's amazing. Every penny counts. And that eliminates local sales taxes on all diapers. And, you know, I've changed a diaper or 1,000 in my lifetime. And I remember when we had Toys R Us and Babies R Us combining the coupons, and you go to Target and you buy 2 packs to get the $10 gift card because you know you're going to use it on the diapers the next time around. Every penny counts. So if we can save pennies, those pennies add up over the course of time. And it's not just families. Our diaper banks. Diaper banks have been huge during the pandemic, when so many people, when so many mothers, so many women lost their jobs as a result of this pandemic. Diaper banks picked up the slack and they've run with it. So I'm grateful to our diaper providers. They've done an immense job, an incredible job. But even they buy these diapers in bulk. And so those pennies add up. In times of rising inflation and rising costs everywhere from the gas station to the grocery, it's critical that we step up and try to ease the burden on our families. Diapers are often the largest expense for families. And for those of you who have bought diapers, you know how much they cost. And they are essential. You can't not purchase diapers for your children. You can choose different types of food, you can choose different types of formula, but you have to purchase diapers for your family. And so working families shouldn't have to make this false choice between diapers or rent or food. We should be doing everything that we can to make sure they can afford everything, and we're taking steps towards it today. And again, these diaper banks and these organizations have been incredible. They alleviate the stress for parents, and Governor, this legislation is rated PG for parental goodness. Thank you for your time.
Please welcome to the podium, Tara Gardner.
Good morning. Thank you, Governor Hochul, Commissioner Poole, and to all of the child care providers, parents, and advocates here today. I'm Tara Gardner. I'm the Executive Director of the Daycare Council of New York, New York's membership and advocacy organization of child care providers across the city. We were founded during World War II when the federal government first funded child care in order to support mothers who were entering the workforce to support the war effort. And today we still advocate as New York's and the nation rebuilds, strengthens the many institutions, including the early childhood education and care sector, that have been ravaged by COVID-19. I also represent the New York City Child Care Resource and Referral Consortium, and along with my partners, the Chinese American Planning Council, the Child Support Development Center, and the Committee for Hispanic Children and Families, we work to support early childhood education and child care providers in New York City and the families that rely on them to care for their children, to care for and educate their young children. Like our partners and other advocates across the city and state, the Daycare Council knows the transformative power of high-quality care and early childhood education because we see it every day. We see that high-quality programs give children the tools they need to thrive, and we strive to ensure that the most vulnerable families have access to high-quality programs because we know that early childhood education is a force for social mobility and equality. We see that child care makes it possible for parents to work as part of the New York City Consortium. We hear from parents and about how important child care is to their livelihood. And we know that it doesn't only support parents. As a major employer, especially of Black and brown women, child care strengthens New York's economy. Every investment in New York's child care system is an investment that stays in New York, supporting the workforce and supporting the development of New York's future leaders. We are excited to be here with Governor Hochul for the announcement of the first round of child care desert grants. Along with our partners, we are thrilled that the New York State Office of Children and Family Services received more than 1,700 applications from potential new providers. And we know that many existing providers, including those right here in New York City, will apply under the second round of grant applications. These desert grants will allow providers across the state to address ongoing pressing issues. For example, here in New York City, which has taken great steps to ensure that preschool programs are available for 3- and 4-year-olds in every neighborhood, there is still a need for more programs that provide childcare beyond 3 p.m. and during the summer months in order to meet the needs of working families. And there's a great need for affordable infant and toddler care options for the youngest New Yorkers in every corner of our state. And Governor Hochul mentioned, in acknowledging the challenge of affordable childcare, the increase in the state income standard, which will lift a major financial burden facing many families as they try to access childcare. We are also excited that the state has updated its formula for reimbursing providers and hope that this important action will bring desperately needed support to many existing providers in our sector who are struggling to recover from the pandemic. So Governor Hochul, we are grateful for your leadership on this issue, as well as all of our other champions across the state legislature who push for these items to be included in the budget. And we thank you for the opportunity to join you at this event today and for your leadership on childcare and education. And the Daycare Council and our members and partners and allies look forward to continuing to work with you to ensure that all children, regardless of their zip code or their family's income, have access to high-quality childcare and early childhood education so that they can be set on the path to thrive. And the Child Care Desert Grants are a critical first step in that direction. And we thank you very much.
Thank you for attending today's event. We wish you a smooth trip home and look forward to seeing you again soon.